104.1 KRBE, a Cumulus media station.
Good morning, everyone. Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Ryan Show with Eric, featuring Special K and Sam.
And it's time for the Benson backflip. All right, friends, here's how it's going to work. 4 times today, we are going to ask you to be caller 104 right here to the direct studio line, 833-390-KRBE. That's how you get connected with us. And you want to be caller 104 to become a finalist to see Benson Boone at his sold-out show September the 18th at the Toyota Center. It's called the Benson Backflip because he loves to do those backflips. Mm-hmm. So we thought, why don't we take a lyric from one of his songs and reverse it? Backflip it.
But it's so hard. So we're actually going to give you the answer. We started this last week. We broke the rules. We made an executive decision. We said, you know what, let's just give the answer.
The key is you have to be listening right now to hear what the backflip answer is and the times to play. Because if you miss it, okay, fine. You might be in your car. And you're like, oh, wait, that's the cue to call. I'm going to call right now, but I didn't hear the reverse. Let me see if I can guess it. Try and guess this. Try and guess this. Yeah, no.
One more time.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on.
That's right. Of course, everybody knows. That's
I
from
couldn't even
Slow It
guess.
Down. Of course. Sounds so easy.
But if you know the song, it might give you a leg up because you know the lyrics.
The line is, so slow it down. Take a moment now. So slow it down. Take a moment now. What does that sound like backwards?
No.
So
Not
slow
hearing
it
it.
down, take a moment now. That's the Benson backflip. And the times you want to play today, 9 a.m., 11:23 a.m., 2:15 p.m., and 5:48 p.m. Those are the 4 times today, 9 a.m., 11:23, 2:15, and 5:48 for the Benson backflip, brought to you by Taquerias Arandas.
It's time for Revenge
For the truly wronged, sometimes all you have left is revenge.
on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
Okay, parental discretion is always advised when it comes to revenge.
Yeah, you can reach out to us at krbe.com. You can reach out via Instagram to Eric. He's very easy to get a hold of because he's constantly on his phone at
Yep.
producer Eric.
I have no life. You guys are my life.
Stephanie reached out. This is basically where you have somebody messed with you in your life. You got them back, but they don't know you got them back yet. It all gets revealed here. Let's hear her story. Good morning, Stephanie.
Good morning.
Hi, Stephanie.
Good morning, Stephanie. So what brings you to revenge this morning?
So I need to get revenge on a woman who's actually sleeping with my husband.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
Does she know that you know that she's the mistress?
No, she doesn't know. She has no idea.
She doesn't know. Now, first of all, a few details. How long have you and your husband been married? And are you guys getting divorced? What's the deal?
I'm getting divorced for sure. 9 years we've been together, and we have 2 kids.
You're saying you're getting divorced right now because you discovered the mistress?
I mean, things haven't been great, but certainly good enough to work on it. So we have been working on it until I found this out.
Oh, so how did you find out and what did you find out?
We own a business together, my husband and I. And after I was pregnant with my second, I kind of took a step back and let him run the business. And so he brought in Regina, a good friend of mine, to kind of like bring in a third. But there are 4 people in the business. And I've known Regina for years. And he actually asked for a divorce last week, and he didn't even mention anything about her. But what he didn't realize is that I have all the passwords to all of our computers. So I found all the correspondence between them, all the times that they've met. So he doesn't know that I know.
Men always forget about these passwords, guys. Don't share your
Well,
passwords.
don't try and give the guys tips either.
Well, they're morons. They're not going to know. They're going to keep doing
So
this.
they had plans to run off in the sunset together and...
The one headline was power couple. And she's like, I've turned this business around. And once we have it to ourselves, she thinks she's going to be this high-powered mogul. They're going to own this business together. She is so wrong. It's my time.
We have her on hold. It's not your husband we're going to talk to. We're going to talk to
Regina.
her, the mistress.
Regina.
All right, stand by, Stephanie. Let's get her on the phone and connect you two and let her know what's happening. Okay, so hold on. Hi, Regina. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Hi, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, hey, Regina. So we do a segment on Tuesdays where we let people air out their grievances, and we've got somebody you might know.
We contacted you because Stephanie contacted us to contact you, and she's listening in conference on the call. Stephanie, say hello to Regina and explain why we're all together.
Hi, Regina. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I just wanted to let you know there were a few emails that I wanted to talk about because I have all the passwords at home to all the computers, and I found a couple. Let's see. Power couple, that's the one header. Can't wait to see you. Tomorrow night. How long have you been sleeping with John? That's what I want to know, because I'm not clear of the time frame. I know it's happened for a long time, but I'm not sure when it started.
Well, first of all, I love you to death, Steph, and I'm
up.
Oh, wow.
I started working in the business, and we just spent time together. And he would always talk about you guys are having problems, and I know this isn't an excuse.
So you help make the problems worse.
Yeah, so you thought you'd loan your body to him.
So you hear that we're having problems, and you think the answer to help us, help our family, is to be sleeping with him? What about Wyatt? What about Christina?
Yeah, you know that your friend has got 2 kids at home, and you're sleeping with her husband?
I know, and it sounds absolutely terrible. But sometimes when you meet someone and you haven't had that connection with anybody in so long, and the two of you just end up falling in love, we couldn't deny it.
Well, you know what I can't deny? I can't deny that my partner in the business, John, actually was funded by my father. He's got 49% of the business. I have 51. His was funded by my dad with a huge loan that my dad is taking back. So what I can't deny is the fact that you are now seeing a broke-ass loser.
Stephanie, we built this business up from nothing. Like, you can't do that.
It's already done.
And also, come on, Regina, you're saying we? Or did I mishear you and you're saying he did?
We did. We put a lot of work into this business.
She brought you into the company when she decided to have kids. You didn't start it.
Right. And then I took over, and I've been doing a lot of work ever since.
Well, not
oh my
anymore.
God, I can't with this. You're claiming this is your BFF and you're sleeping with her husband is one thing, but then to not take credit for their company success?
Hey, Stephanie, does John know that you're cashing in on the family loan?
Oh, he'll know later today.
Oh,
Good.
Regina, what has John been telling you about Stephanie? Is he talking down about her to justify the whole reason he's even having this affair?
John's take on Stephanie is that she puts him down a lot, and I think I'm just emotionally more mature than Stephanie is. So he sees that in me, and I think that's why we get along.
Well, of course he's going to say that.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's trying to justify the
My
affair.
life
like we
is
said.
so hard.
Whatever.
She's picking on me.
All right. Well, Stephanie, we wish you the best of luck with whatever is going to happen next.
I won't need the luck.
Oh.
She'll need the luck.
No, wow.
Well, we'll see. That's one of those wait and see what happens
Betrayal
situations.
is the worst, but betrayal from a friend, I don't think it gets any lower.
If you have a reason to be on revenge, you can reach out to us at krbe.com. You can also reach out to Eric at Producer Eric on Instagram. And this plays directly into what we want to talk about next, because via Instagram, we got this scenario where a marriage ended due to an affair. They share a 5-year-old son. The dad is marrying the mistress and has invited the 5-year-old. Now, nobody expects the ex to be invited. But the 5-year-old is invited. Okay, 5-year-old's not in it. The 5-year-old has been invited with
See his
an
dad
invitation.
get married. See his dad get
To
married.
see his dad get married. And the mom has a problem with it because she doesn't want to just send her son along to a wedding alone.
But I feel like she's mad because I feel like she wanted to be invited. But the mistress didn't want to invite her because
It's not weird that she's not invited.
Yeah.
She thinks it's weird that there's nobody to watch him, so why wouldn't they tell me to come just to like corral him and then
Well,
leave
that's
with
where
him?
you bring in a grandparent or something.
Well, that's
And
what-
there's a twist on the
we
grandparent
can talk all
side.
about this because
Okay.
when I got married, Nate and I got married in Cancun. My son was like 7 or 8. He didn't come to the
I
wedding.
thought he was 4.
Oh.
He was a 4?
No, he's born in
Oh, yeah, you're right.
He's
he was like 7 or 8.
He's a year older than
So-
Faith,
he's
than my
like
daughter.
Yes. So he was like 7.
Oh, yeah,
or
he
something.
was 4 when you moved here,
Yes.
right?
So
Okay,
like
right.
7 or 8.
Okay.
And he didn't come because I don't have parents. So they couldn't watch him. And my sister and them, they're paying all that money to go to Cancun.
Yeah.
And they didn't bring any of their kids.
Yeah, they didn't bring their kids. And it's like,
I don't think he
I can't
really-
really say, hey, could you guys watch my, that's not response.
Yeah.
You know?
And did he really care?
I don't know.
Well, he
I could
didn't
ask him
know.
now. Maybe he does
Yeah, you
then
can
now.
ask
But
him.
at the time, he didn't care.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to deep dive this and let this mom hear your opinions at 833-390-KRBE. Is it wrong to invite the child you share to your new wedding, but not really give the ex a reason of how, like, a good path on who's going to watch the child during? Listen, when you're the groom, you are too busy to be watching your kid.
Correct.
So this is why there's a problem. We'll talk about it more and give you all the details of the whole scenario next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric. Roula and Ryan Show with Eric and KRBE.
A lot of people are saying, why is this? It sounds so staticky.
Yeah, we're having a heat inversion today. It's an atmospheric condition which scrambles our FM signal.
And it's crazy. If you look at the grid of the heat inversion, it's really bad.
So if you can only hear like a little bit of us, like you can hear me and Tejano music or something.
Parts,
Yeah,
play
it's
behind me.
mixing with a.
Go to our podcast after the show. We'll put it. It's all up there.
You can
You can use the app right now.
Oh, yeah. One person said they switched to the app. It's clear on the app.
And later
Because
on,
one time I said, your reception's bad this morning in Galveston. As soon as I turned on the seawall, I lost the reception. I missed all of Revenge. What happened?
so go to the podcast for that.
Yeah, or because that already aired.
Or just stream
right
us.
now, switch over to the KRBE app, and that's how you can get
If
us
you're at
live
home right now,
all
tell
over the world.
Alexa to play it.
Alexa. I'm a little bit Alexa. No, a little bit Alexis. Okay. So we have a situation on Instagram that got our attention. And, we always say if it's happened to one person, it's happened to many. There's a woman who is divorced from her husband. He is going to marry the mistress he left her for. And they have a 5-year-old son. He has invited the son to the wedding. The son is not part of the wedding party. The son is an invited guest to the wedding. The invitation came to her home with the son's name. I am not going to be thrown and say, I can't believe she wasn't invited. Of course she's not invited. She's the ex-wife and the mistress doesn't want her there. However, the mom is very concerned over who's going to care for the 5-year-old at the wedding because it ain't going to be the dad.
But
He's the groom.
In a viral clip, the dad said that
His grandma
his mom's going to watch.
And she
Okay.
said, the same
So-
78-year-old woman who couldn't take care of him for just 2 hours while I went to go get groceries.
That is scary if you let your kid go to another country or go somewhere.
If you're
If she
not
doesn't-
sure if grandma's got a little bit of dementia, that could be a problem.
Or just that's a lot there's a lot. She knows that family best. She knows the situation best. She does not feel comfortable with just sending the 5-year-old. What should she do? Vanessa is on the line at 833-390-KRBE. Vanessa, did you go through something similar?
Good morning.
Hi.
Yes, I did. Like through this exact same thing. And I will say I had 2 kids. My daughter was right around that age. My daughter was 6 at the time, and my son was 10. And just to preface this, I had a wonderful relationship with my ex-in-laws. Actually, we've been divorced 6 years, and they still don't like it when I call them my ex-in-laws. They feed my kids every day. They feed me dinner sometimes when I pick up my kids. But my ex-mother-in-law is a younger grandmother, and if she decides to send her son, it's not just somebody who can be physically take care of their kid, but it needs to be somebody who their kid is really, really emotionally attached to. I know I gave my kids the option of going, and my son, who was 10 at the time, decided not to go. And I told him that was 100% his choice. And my daughter, even though she was only 6 at the time, was able to vocalize to me that she felt bad that nobody was going, so she decided to go. Me being the mom that I am.
Are you going? Were you getting married, or your
No,
ex?
the ex was getting married.
So your ex was
it
getting
was
married.
my ex-husband. It was my ex-husband getting
And he was-
remarried to the lady he cheated on me with.
Okay. That's what I want to see. I want to make
So
sure.
there's bad
I
blood.
want to make sure I got
Yes.
everything in there. Okay.
So, but you have a
Yes.
good relationship with his mom. So your 6-year-old daughter
Exactly.
went and his mom cared for her?
Yes, but me being the woman that I am, I know my daughter was already feeling uncomfortable about going, but she only went because she felt bad because my son wasn't going.
Oh.
So I made it a big deal. I took her to go get her nails and toenails done and everything. And I found out later from my ex-mother-in-law that my daughter cried the whole time.
Oh, no.
She didn't want to see daddy get married to somebody else.
Oh, no.
Exactly.
And
so that's why my suggestion suggestion is if she does choose to send her, it doesn't need to be a 78-year-old grandmother who can barely care for him. It needs to be somebody that he's close to,
Right?
Or that, you know what I mean, that he's emotionally, he feels like he can lean on.
Now hold
Because
on, you
even
turned
though
me
he's
upside
only
down,
5,
Vanessa. Hold on, you turned me upside down with that angle I did not think about. Your 6-year-old was in tears the whole time because she absolutely understood that Daddy is marrying somebody else. You don't know how this 5-year-old is going to process his father marrying somebody else.
Couldn't be happy.
And we're going to throw out the whole divorce decree weekend out the window because somebody texted, well, if it's his weekend, then she has no say. We're going to assume it's her weekend because she wouldn't have a say
But if you
it
leave
was
the country,
you have to get permission for that.
But they didn't say this was out of the country.
I'm just thinking if it's a destination.
Wait,
it has
no,
to be a
this
destination because why would the? I don't know. Maybe.
And here's the thing: are you
she would
really?
have added that to add more to her side, Eric. For sure, this has to be in their town because if it was destination, she would have put that in the post.
Well, then she shouldn't complain if it's in her town. It's a 2-hour wedding.
Some people are saying just let him go to the ceremony and pick him up.
As far as Dad is concerned, I mean, are you really doing what's best for your son? He doesn't want to see that. He doesn't want to go to that. But he's not going to enjoy that. And it's going to be emotionally traumatizing to watch Dad marry somebody else. I mean, it's a finality.
But, if he's in love, but then how is that supposed to work when he is married and they come over there?
Well, how does it work for you? Your son didn't go to your wedding,
but my wife was never an affair or anything.
No. Eric had a completely different situation, but
these kids should not know that his dad is marrying the mistress.
No, that's correct.
If you're
Vanessa, did your parents? I mean, your parents.
Your kids didn't know.
Vanessa,
right?
did your children know that their dad is marrying the woman that is the reason for the breakup of mommy and daddy?
Yes, and only because, like that situation, he didn't explain to the kids what was going on. I'm the one that had to explain to the kids what was going on, and the only reason why I had to explain it was because one day they woke up and Daddy was living in a house with another woman, they were calling her his friend. Well, clearly, kids may be 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, and they understand. They may not know it exactly what's happening, but just because you call her your friend doesn't mean they don't see you sleeping in the same bed together.
How much time had elapsed since you and your husband stopped living together before he introduced the children to her?
Not even 4 weeks.
Oh my God!
Lord,
shame on him.
Lord.
What about
how many years? Because real quick, hold on, because we have another call. But Vanessa, just a couple more questions. How long ago was that now? Like how much time has passed?
Well, and that's what I was going to say. It was only 3 weeks from when he left me to when he introduced her to the kids, but it was 3 years before they actually got married. So for my daughter to still cry at the wedding after 3 years says a lot. That's why.
And how old is your daughter now?
Important.
Yeah, what's their age now?
She's now 10.
10.
Okay.
And what's the
10,
situation?
so that was 3 years ago.
Yeah, do they get along with her? Do they get along with the stepmom?
They are very. I am that type of person that they're civil to her. They get along with her. They don't really care for her. She obviously she didn't want me invited to the wedding, so sometimes she loves me, sometimes she hates me, which is odd. But I think just this situation in general, I think I can already tell is not going to be good for the kids. My kids are in therapy. Both of my kids are in therapy.
Well, because those are big adult feelings they had to face when they were so young.
I'm glad at least they're getting some help.
Oh, my goodness. Vanessa, thank you so much for sharing your story. We're going to move on to Claire. If you're just tuning into the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric, we're talking about the situation via Instagram where a woman whose husband left her for another woman is now marrying the mistress, and they have a 5-year-old son who's invited to the wedding, but she's worried who's going to care for the 5-year-old while the dad's getting married to the mistress. He says it's going to be his mom. She doesn't agree with that because his mom is 78 years old and couldn't even handle the child for 2 hours while she went grocery shopping. So she's worried about who's going to care for the child, what to do. Claire, hi, good morning.
Hello.
Hello.
How are y'all?
I understand you were the ex-wife in the similar situation?
I was, and it's been 12 or 13, 14 years, so I'm a bit more removed from it now, so I kind of have a different perspective.
Okay.
In the moment, I felt that, like, trauma, like, oh, my God, I cannot believe this is happening to my kids. But I had to realize that the wedding was just the first of many things that they're going to take my kids to, that I'm not going to be there, and I'm not going to know who's going to be watching them. And so I had to let that go and say, Dad's responsible, and he has to be responsible for those kids during that time. And, sometimes that worked out and sometimes that didn't. but I couldn't control every situation, and letting go of that control.
So what's your advice for this mom?
Yeah.
What do you think this mom should do?
For this mom, I think she just needs to talk to the dad and say, like, hey, somebody's got to be watching the kid. You don't want off or taking drinks from the drink table or just being,
but what if he's hell bent, Claire? It's like, I told you, my mom's going to do it. What's your problem?
That's what I'd be. I'd be like, I told you my mom is going to do it.
Yeah, so what's your answer to that one?
You have to really test it, or if you really have a problem with it because mom is just incapable. But I just wonder, is mom really incapable, or are we projecting feelings? Because I could see that later. I couldn't see it in the moment.
Yeah.
When it's happening,
Good point.
because I just felt like, oh my God, this is just the worst thing that could ever happen in the world. And then later, you realize things they're doing that you don't know about, and you just happen to know about this one.
Got it. So it's you're right. It's one of many instances where your children will be released to them, and you have to trust that they're going to care for them. But the wedding day, they're not going to care for them because it's their wedding day.
What's funny is my son was at my ex-wife's wedding. And that marriage didn't last a couple of years.
And he wasn't at your wedding, and you guys have been going for almost 20 years. That's crazy.
Also, that goes back to that statistic that 78% of marriages that are based on an affair, like in other words, where somebody starts an affair with somebody, they divorce their spouse and marry that person, 78% of the time, that marriage is over with in under 5 years.
So this mistress getting married to him probably won't last. Which
Statistically, no.
Sucks for that kid.
Wait, hold on. We have somebody calling who was the kid. It's from the kid perspective. Let me go to the phones. Jessica, good morning. Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Hello.
Okay, give us your perception, your take on this, because you are now the adult child of what we're talking about here. Being a child when your parent is marrying the mistress. What happened?
It was messy growing up for me personally. My dad got the cops involved when he left.
Got the what?
Yeah,
he got the what when he left?
The police.
Oh, the cops involved.
He got
okay.
Yeah, there was like a big fight when my mom and dad broke up, and she showed up with the cops and with a smile on her face. But
how old were you? How old were you, Jessica?
I was 5.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. But I think what she should do, she should really ask her son, because when I had to go to my dad's marriage for that, I was uncomfortable. Of course, there's a lot of other trauma that went with it, because there was times I wasn't allowed to even go to my mom. So I would, like, for her, I would very much try to get to know this woman, because the woman my dad went to be with, fought to be with, now is getting another divorce with her for the 3rd time.
Oh, Lord.
Goodness. Yeah, it's a whole thing. I would definitely try to get to know this woman, because she's going to be a part of the kid's life, but I would very much give the kid a very much big of a say so if he's comfortable being there.
Yeah, that's the first thing she'd do. Like, do you even want to be there?
Well, don't you think that he's going to say, well, you made him. You gave him the question to lead him down the answer of, I don't feel comfortable to be there.
And the mistress probably wants the kid there because, it's like, what we should be ashamed. They don't.
Oh, they want to stake their claim. And
yeah.
Oh, man, this is
That's
messy.
insecurity on
why the mistress,
their part.
Like, you won, supposedly. You're marrying the guy. Why
but
should
it's
you be
never enough for him, is it?
I never understood that. You see that all the time. It's like, do you think that lady wants her ex-husband back after what he did to her? And but these mistresses,
it's bad enough that you home wrecked them, and now you've got to even further taunt by demanding that the child be there.
Be insecure.
I'm just curious is y'all. We're running out of time, so just throw me a text at 37530. Anybody have their husband marry the mistress, and y'all ended up becoming friendly? I feel like we're not going to get any text on that. We're friends now. It's awesome. I'm so glad she married him.
I think that happens if you find somebody better.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Like if it's like it just happened within the last year or two, but all of a sudden you got a new man or woman and you got a better life.
They cleared the path for me to find somebody better.
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't feel that way at the beginning, right?
Somebody wants me to read this. Please have Eric read this. Ryan sure loves his statistics. I said it right. Yeah.
Statistics. Look at you.
You've been
Every
practicing.
day you're
I just
growing.
remember that one statistic. I just remember it. Like we did a roses, and I looked it up, and then
and I just
sure enough.
I looked to see how how that works out. And now it's actually up to over 75%. So now that's your new number.
Okay.
Over 75% of those marriages fail if you marry the mistress.
Okay.
Coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, there are a lot of celebrities that have siblings that are also famous. But what if the whole family is famous except for one? There are a lot of situations of non-famous siblings when all the rest of the siblings are global names.
Like Johnny Baldwin?
I know that
Nobody knows him.
Hey, remember we talked to Doug Pitt.
Yeah, but at least he just had one famous brother, not
right.
Yeah.
four
not
others.
the whole family, right. We'll talk about that in Scoop next on KRVE.
This is Celebrity Scoop
on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
It's brought to you by Taqueria Sarandas, and they also bring us the Benson backflip. We announced this morning the 4 times of the day that you have a chance to become a finalist for the suite, the KRBE suite, September 18th. It's a sold-out show at Toyota Center, and Benson Boone will be backflipping all over that stage, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
And that is why you need to be making sure that you are listening to us at 7 to hear the answer to the backflip. Sorry,
Since there's so much
missed it.
static, I think you should
Say it again.
Say it again.
Really?
Yeah.
I just feel
Even
bad.
the backflip?
Because we've got a heat-in version. If you're just tuning in, maybe you're having a hard time hearing KRBE. It's an atmospheric condition. We can't control it.
That's why go to the app.
Yeah,
I mean,
or
we
stream
have
us.
weather control now. Hold on, let me make some calls.
Yep.
Okay.
Hold on, I know a guy in Florida.
All right, the four times today that you can that you need to be caller 104 is 9 a.m., 11:23 a.m., 2:15 p.m., and 5:48 p.m. And only because of the heat inversion, I'm going to tell you the answer to the Benson backflip. Here's what it sounds like. And what he's saying from the song "Slow It Down" is, so slow it down, take a moment now.
Okay.
So you just say that back. So slow it down, take a moment now.
It's weird because you could hear the song.
Yeah. That's weird. Anyway, so Benson backflip. That's what it is. All right. A lot of different celebrities, of course, come from some large families. Sometimes they just have a twin you don't know about. Something about the Jonas Brothers came up the other. Oh, it was that story a couple weeks ago where Kevin Jonas said had they not gotten back together, he was almost broke. You know that story that came out a few weeks ago? Yeah, he only had like thousands of dollars left. And then he did like a reality show with his wife after the Jonas Brothers original
What did you do
breakup.
with your money?
Yeah. He admitted he made some bad investments that he just did not think they would go upside down, and they did.
Pokemon cards?
That's all it takes.
But the Jonas Brothers, we've talked about this before. There are 4 of them. There are 3 that we know as the famous singers, but there's a 4th Jonas brother. And
There's
it's
a
like,
4th? Why did he not get in on it?
He was really young. His name is Frankie. He's the baby. And he works with the group, but he is not one of the core band
Wonder if he
members.
can sing.
I don't think so. When he would pop up on the show, it'd be like, "Oh, here's our cute little brother. Okay, bye."
Hey, I got your microphone.
They say he was trying to, be somewhere in the music career of the Jonas Brothers, but like on his own. Like he's called the Bonus Jonas.
Yeah, Bonus Jonas.
The Bonus Jonas.
I'll take it.
And then I remember when the Property Brothers were like everywhere. HGTV had a show about them for 4 different ways. They would do Property Brothers. They would do like the Brothers versus Brother. They would do IOU, Celebrity IOU. They had everything. Everything was Property Brothers. They are twins who their up and coming was like in 1996, 7, 8, 9, where they were trying to be like in a boy band or were they going to be actors on 90210. Like they were commercial actors, and then they found this niche. One of them was in real estate. One of them was doing home repair. And
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah,
carpentry.
Their stuff they were doing, Ahmad, like in the 90s, where you can see, that's one of the Property Brothers.
Oh,
And he
wow.
was like trying to make
You
it
have a
as an
beard then?
actor. No,
He's
Drew
like
and
14 with a beard.
yeah, Jonathan
yeah.
and Drew Scott. They have a 3rd brother, which if you watched the one where they
yeah,
renovated their own Vegas
Yeah.
house,
I've seen that. I saw that brother.
He's got
Yeah,
more of
J.D.
a
Scott.
rockin' look.
J.D. Scott.
Is it JD?
Yeah, he was on the Brother versus Brother, but
They were making a
his
water
whole
slide
thing
at their
was-
house or something. I remember.
Yeah, in Vegas. They were building a
I
giant
haven't
pool.
watched HGTV in a long time. I used to
Because
know.
all it is now, Eric,
know.
is competition shows. All it is now is, here's one thing. There's one show called 100 Day Dream House. It's not a dream if it was built in 100 days.
No.
I promise you something did not go right there.
Yeah, you're gonna have a nightmare later
100
on.
days.
But I also got burned out on it. It was just so much. And it was always the same formula over and over again.
Yeah. Giselle Bundchen is one that has a twin sister, and that is a lot to live up to. If your sister is a supermodel who has made millions upon millions
Wow,
of
she's
dollars on
prettier
her looks.
than her sister.
She is?
They are fraternal twins. She is very attractive, but it is Giselle that is the world global known model.
She's taller, like 4 inches.
Patricia Bunchen.
They're twins?
She goes by Patti. Yeah, they are fraternal twins.
Oh.
They're not identicals. And then Ashton Kutcher has a twin. They are fraternal twins as well, but he has faced unique health challenges that Ashton has talked about in the past. His brother had cerebral palsy you don't have it. You are born with it. What is the right terminology for cerebral palsy? Because you were born with that, right?
I don't know. I couldn't even.
I need to know more information about cerebral palsy, but he's undergone a heart transplant. Ashton has talked about all his physical challenges for many, many years, and he supports his brother with everything and to try and get it out there, like awareness of cerebral palsy. But he is a twin. And so it's just kind of funny, like all these different celebrities had twins. Who was the lady, guys, that was the queen of Days of Our Lives, who had a twin?
Deidre Hall.
Right, Deidre Hall.
Deidre Hall has a twin sister.
She's like the first.
And they used her in the show, did they not?
They did.
Yeah, they did use her in the show because they're identicals.
However, I think the last time she was on was probably 15 years ago. And you can tell, because they were identical. They really looked alike. And you could tell when they brought her back, the twin, how much work Deidre Hall had.
Like,
because the twin did not look good. I mean, like, she didn't look like Deidre good.
Well, I'm Googling a picture of them now. I mean,
pretty close.
They look really similar even now with whatever work. Deidre Hall was just one of those the work that she did was that really good kind of work.
The first time I ever saw like twins, like in the 80s, you didn't really see twins.
No, you really
now
did not.
Every school has
multiples and multiples.
That's from in vitro fertilization.
But it was a Saturday Night Main Event, Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. And all of a sudden the referee, Andre fell on him, went to pin him, 1, 2, he put his shoulder up, but the ref goes 3. And so he won. Like, oh, no, that wasn't fair. Then all of a sudden, the other ref came out. They were twins. In real life, but nobody knew that.
That's funny.
They used the fake girl.
Yeah, twins were quite the phenomenon
what is that?
Growing up.
How'd they do that?
What? You have another person that looks just like you. And I don't know.
I was worried
like
about that. How does that work with like dating and stuff? Because like the guy that marries you obviously likes you, but likes the inside too.
But what about the stories that you
like,
see talk shows growing up of twins marrying twins? Like identical twin brothers, marrying identical twin sisters, and all this stuff.
Eric, what was that movie? Was it The Illusionist or The Magician with Ed Norton, where there's a twin involved?
What's the name? The guy who did Batman movies.
More of us saying,
Nolan.
what's that guy's name?
Chris Nolan.
Chris Nolan. I think it was Illusionist.
Yeah, that was such a
Hugh
good
Jackman
movie.
versus Christian
So
Bale.
wait, he's a twin? Is that the twist?
No.
Oh.
Well,
I was going to say, is this some kind of giant
Gosh,
spoiler
dang it,
alert?
I was going to watch it today.
pretty much have to, because Ryan was talking about twins, and then he brought that up, and then you guessed it, so... Well, that movie spoiled for everybody.
What is your point of bringing up the movie?
Because he wanted to spoil the movie.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a 20-year-old movie.
Yeah, but that is the big
Spoiler
twist.
alert. All right, speaking of 20-year-old movies, actually 30-year-old movies, we talked about Happy Gilmore 2 being out on Netflix. Rolling Stone put out a list ranking the best Adam Sandler movies from best to worst. And I am just shocked at what they put before The Waterboy or The Wedding Singer.
Wedding Singer should be number 2. Billy Madison, Wedding Singer, Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
I just can't believe this.
Billy Madison was just sheer silliness.
If you like 80s stuff, Wedding Singer is always going to be in your top 3 of his. 51st Dates, a lot of people love that
I would
one.
put that in there. And Uncut Gems.
Okay.
Oh, God, I hated that movie
Gems.
more than
Tell me
anything.
what that one's about, Ahmad, because
It
I
was
don't
a serious
remember it.
movie.
He's basically like a jewelry salesman, and
Okay.
he's wrapped up in some bad business, and like it's just a high anxiety movie.
So it's not
Anxiety
funny.
is all you feel
I don't
during
know.
this.
I don't need that in my life.
So it's
It's
not
so
funny.
good. No, it's
No.
not. It's kind of funny in a dark way.
No, there's no humor.
like,
This is just...
Oh, she would do. There's my diamond. Does he do
Kinda.
it?
He's
Does he
like-
do
So
it?
the top 10
Yeah, I still haven't seen it.
from his best to his worst. They say his worst was Sandy Wexler from 2017.
Oh, that was terrible.
Oh, yeah.
I could only last like 20 minutes. He pretended to be an agent,
You made it 20 minutes in?
I think.
Oh, I
It
stopped
was
after
so
5.
bad.
So the top 5, Wedding Singer from 1998, Punch Drunk Love from 2002.
People love that one, and to me,
That was also not a funny
I just
movie.
want him
It's
for
supposed to be
funny. I
serious.
want funny
Yeah.
Adam.
Number 3, Uncut Gems.
It's
Come on.
good. I thought he was going to get the Oscar for that, seriously.
Really? Number 2, Happy Gilmore, the original. And number 1, Billy Madison.
Billy Madison.
Those came out a year
I put
apart.
Wedding Singer up in there.
You know, it's a good
think
one
Wedding
is
Singer's great.
Just Go With It. That was a
Oh, yeah,
really,
with
really
Jennifer
funny
Aniston.
one.
that blended one was.
And then Blended
Oh, yeah,
was
and Blended. Is that also with
I was
Jennifer
not as
Aniston?
good.
that one.
No, that was Drew Barrymore.
Oh, okay, because Blended was...
Which
Okay, so
one-
51st Dates and Blended was Drew
Which
Barrymore.
one's higher, 51st Dates or Blended?
Oh, let's see on this list.
'Cause
51st Dates was number 7.
Yeah.
Blended isn't on the list.
Wow.
Blended was cute.
Yeah.
That was just, you could tell he wanted to take his family on a
Yeah.
safari.
Doesn't Charlie XCX sing about a character in his movie? I'm So Julia.
Oh, yeah, she's in Uncut Gems. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Julia Fox.
I'm
curious
Julia.
to see Uncut Gems, but I want to see funny Adam Sandler. So
Oh, it's
maybe I
not
don't wanna
funny.
watch
It's
it.
funny because he's such a screw up in it, but it's not like ha ha hee hee falling over funny.
Anybody who's seen that movie, seriously, text in. There is no humor in Uncut Gems
It is
at
kind
all.
of funny.
It is just sheer anxiety, and then it's abruptly over.
I heard that ending's really funny.
Listen, the
Yeah, the
90s was
ending's
his
hilarious.
time. Because 94, he was in Airheads. 95, he did Billy Madison. 96, he did Happy Gilmore. 98, he did The Waterboy and The Wedding Singer. 99, he did Big Daddy. Then 2002 was Mr. Deeds. That was with
That was
Winona Ryder,
funny.
right?
That was kind of funny.
That was funny.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Mr. Turturro.
Yeah, he had the Kool-Aid water fountain.
By the
Wait,
way,
did he have the brown foot?
the movie is not The Illusionist, it's Prestige.
The Prestige.
Is that the one that's the spoiler?
'Cause
alert?
there's that one. There's another one with Paul Giamatti.
That's a
He goes
good
after
one.
Magician too, but I can't remember who's in that one. I get them all mixed up.
Yeah, that was so good.
Which, by the way, Paul Giamatti has he won an Oscar, guys?
No, I don't think
He's
so.
been up for Oscars, but he's never won, right?
I'm not sure.
I think he is a fantastic actor that you don't realize. He was like a stealth missile, and then he just exploded with Sideways and all these things. But I was watching. Why?
His
My
latest
husband likes
project.
I was watching Saving Private Ryan. You know he's in that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't know him at the time.
Yeah.
Now I know him.
But his latest project is going to be Star Trek Starfleet Academy.
Actually, he's in Downton Abbey. I saw the trailer before Fantastic Four. I'm like, and I go to my nephew. I go, man, you could offer me $100 right now to sit through that. I couldn't watch that movie.
could not
and then
watch
the guy
it.
behind me, this big black guy goes, oh, hell no. I couldn't pay. They'd have to pay me. I started laughing because all the guys that they were like, I don't think they picked the right trailer for this movie.
No, that's a screw up there.
Downton Abbey fans are not the same as Fantastic Four fans.
No, not at all.
Now, we usually do What's Going Down H-Town, brought to you by Takis Fiber, but really, do we really need to hear that the Astros lost?
5 in a row.
God.
So, and that was our two best pitchers, Brown and then Framber. It's like,
Yeah,
it's
and
trade
Framber
time.
was criticizing
now
him,
we
too.
got we have George Costanza pitching tonight.
George Costanza.
I think it's Jason Alexander or something, or I don't know. I forget his name. I think it's something like that.
God, I have to look that up.
Look at
But
who the
it's-
picture is. I think
it's Try It Tuesday time because it's Tuesday. And, last week we were talking about Houston Restaurant Weeks. Guys, the end of the month is coming. It's going to be August 1st on Friday. That's what's kicking off Houston Restaurant Weeks, where many restaurants have signed on to help raise money for the Houston Food Bank by offering us, Houstonians, great menus at a great price point. One of those restaurants is called Traveler's Cart off of Montrose. So they are bringing us some things to try. Let's find out more next on The Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.